Instilling high performance in organizations is similar to instilling it in young performers. High performance takes years and years of instruction, practice, patience, and experience in performing. In organizations as well, continuous learning, both organizationally and personally, in meeting customer requirements and needs is critical. Brian Hales of Douglas County Schools explains how listening and learning from customers has changed curricula in Douglas County Schools.
Students and parents are the primary customers of the Douglas County School District. During our annual surveys last year, we found out that almost 20% of our students are choosing not to go on to colleges or universities. Therefore, we have been offering some additional options for these students in programming such as graphic arts, criminal justice, auto mechanics, additional offerings that makes learning more relevant for this particular segment of the population, and then we'll engage them and help them be successful in whatever they choose to do in the future.
The importance of knowledge management and analysis in an organization is vital to the organization's ability to make decisions based on key data rather than anecdotal information. Kevin Unger at Poudre Valley Health Systems, a CPEx Peak recipient, has been involved in his organization's data management during their CPEx Baldrige journey.
Before we started using the CPEx and the Baldrige criteria, we did a lot of things for a lot of different reasons that weren't necessarily data-driven. Now, through the use of the criteria, we've been able to really refine, focus on what's important to us, measure it. If you can't measure it, it doesn't exist within Poudre Valley Health System. And we're able to benchmark ourselves and see if we are actually making the improvements that we had anticipated, or the outcome was what we had set as our goal before going into a number of these different projects and objectives. So it has been invaluable in the fact that we have finally focused on what's important to us, and we now measure it.
The focus on human resources is critical to performing arts success and is equally important to that of any organization. It may be more immediately visible if a certain part of the band, orchestra, or dance team is out of sync. However, if an organization's human resources are not performing in step, the bottom line, customer service, or other poor results will become apparent. Here is Jan Rohr of Rocky Mountain Health Plans, another CPEx sponsor, explaining how her organization views a healthy workplace as a key to performance excellence.
At Rocky Mountain Health Plans, we are committed to making the lives better in all of the communities that we serve. And as the employer then, what we're trying to accomplish is also demonstrate that commitment through our employee base. We do this through a program that is called AWE, A-W-E. It stands for Awareness, Wellness, and Education. It comprises a variety of programs and incentives that really helps focus on the well-being of our employees. And we feel that from the perspective of the health plan, what this does, of course, is bring energy and enthusiasm to the workplace. We've seen rates of absenteeism lowered, turnover lowered in the areas where people are fully embraced in this program, and we believe that it is the right thing to do as the employer. We also see much higher productivity from our staff when they are in a position to take care of themselves.
One of the most important processes in an organization is its performance improvement system. A performance improvement model can be based on a number of processes, including ISO, Kaizen, or the Toyota model, Six Sigma, or any other process based on continuous improvement. Here is Roger Maddox, Executive Professor at the Montfort College of Business, explaining the lean process for continuous improvement.
The lean approach to performance excellence is modeled after the Toyota production system, and as such has become the improvement process of choice for an awful lot of manufacturing companies. Lean is based on 5 key principles. The first principle is defining or specifying value from a customer's perspective. You need to know specifically what your customer values and what they're willing to pay for it. The second principle involves mapping each value stream from the raw materials all the way through to your customer. Given that information, the third principle is flow. What you want to do is to smooth the flow all the way through from raw materials to the customer to the greatest extent that you possibly can. The fourth principle is pull. Once you've got to a certain capability in terms of flow, you can deploy JIT and Kanban systems and begin to transition from a push system based upon sales forecasts to a pull system based upon actual demand for your products. And the fifth principle is perfection. Perfection basically means you never stop working at this. Toyota is a good model. Having begun their lean journey 25 years ago, they continue refining the system today.
Without high performance in leadership, strategic planning, customer orientation, knowledge management, workforce focus, and process management, an organization will have difficulty in attaining high performance levels. One of the best ways to learn this process is through training your employees as CPEx examiners. Priscilla Newwash of Poudre Valley Health Systems, Baldrige examiner and team lead, explains the value of being an examiner and working with an organization pursuing the CPEx process.
I've learned so much being an examiner, not only a Baldrige examiner, but also working with the CPEx organization and other examiners. It's like every year working with a team of examiners and looking at the applications that I learn as much from the applicant as the applicant learns from our team. I've also learned that you think you know the criteria and they change the criteria on you and you learn more. But because you're in a team and working with other highly professional people, that you learn from each other and you build on each other's expertise. I've gained as much from the process as the applicants have gained from the examining team.
CPEx has assisted 80 organizations over the past 5 years, and last year contributed over $1 million in volunteer time to organizations, providing them feedback to get and keep them on key. No matter where your organization is in the process, CPEx can assist you in improving your organization and keep you on tempo. CPEx is dedicated to improving the performance of organizations throughout Colorado. As CPEx continues the march to its first decade in Colorado, it's your organization's opportunity to strike a chord for performance excellence in demonstrating the CPEx Baldrige core values and to avoid the sour notes of underperforming organizations. Join the ensemble and compose your organization's symphony for success.
5, 4, 3, start, 2, 1, 0, and Pass our peak chamber pressures in the solid motors, and we're seeing the normal levels of disturbances as we go. Approach line 1, correction for pass.